It is primary day in Alaska and Wyoming. Voters will decide whether Wyoming Republican Congresswoman Liz Cheney and Alaska Republican U.S. Senator Lisa Murkowski keep their jobs. Both women voted for Trump's impeachment and are going up against Trump-backed primary candidates. Will their impeachment votes cost them their seats? Joining us now is host of Dick Morris Democracy, author of The Return, Trump's Big 2024 Comeback, Dick Morris. Welcome to National Report. Let's start, if we can, in Wyoming. We'll take a look at the polls. Liz Cheney going up against Harriet Hageman, who's leading by roughly 30 points in the latest polling here. Dick, do you think this election will mark the end of the Cheney political dynasty?
Yes, I do. A well-deserved end. But let me put Liz Cheney into perspective. The Democrats were trying to obviously throw Trump out of office. They impeached him twice. And then after the election, they tried to sell the narrative that Trump was a revolutionary bent on toppling the government, leading an insurrection against our democracy. And the reason they did that was that the 14th Amendment has a clause that says that if you engage in insurrection against the American government, you can no longer hold public office. And they were trying to meet that threshold, but they failed. The hearings were unsuccessful in doing that. So now they're doing Plan B, which is to raid, which was to raid Mar-a-Lago. And I believe and I say in my book, Return, Trump's 2024 comeback, I make the point that this is pretextual. This is simply designed to get them in the door to Mar-a-Lago so that they can search for documents to try to prove that this was an insurrection, that Trump led a revolution, to try to invoke the 14th Amendment. Now, they know that the courts will probably block them from that, but they're hoping, number one, that this deters the Republicans from nominating Trump, but it's pretty clear it's not, because Trump's winning all these primaries. But it also may lead to state legislatures in blue states refusing to put Trump on the ballot. I warn of this in The Return. Right. So this is all of a piece, and the hiring of the IRS agents to intimidate the American people is part of that. So get the whole lay of this effort, this coordinated effort in my book.
Yes, and those are your own predictions here as we take a live look at Cheyenne, Wyoming. Of course, that search warrant citing the National Archives and classified documents being taken. While we've got you, let me ask you about Alaska. Interesting races there. Lisa Murkowski facing a primary challenge from Trump-backed Kelly Tshibaka. Both are very, very close in the polls here. There's a ranked choice voting system in Alaska. What are your predictions for this race?
Well, it doesn't matter. There's going to be, it's a four-way race, and the jungle primary system in Alaska is such that it becomes impossible to win until the very end in the last of the runoffs and primaries. And I think that Murkowski will probably finish behind Palin, but that doesn't mean that Murkowski is going to win. It simply means that or Palin will win. It simply means they go on to the next stage. And the Democrats did this deliberately to protect Murkowski. And we'll see if it works tonight.
Yeah, Sarah Palin running in that congressional race to fill the seat of Representative Don Young, who had passed away. Dick Morris, appreciate you joining us this morning with a primary preview. Thanks so much.
Coming up, the twists and turns continue in the saga surrounding the FBI's raid of former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. Trump's attorney, Alina Habba, joining us live after the break with a thorough analysis and an update on 45's current mindset. Later, you might recognize him from the hit television show Growing Pains. Actor and executive producer Kirk Cameron joining us on the program to discuss his newest film surrounding a very tender topic, abortion. We'll talk about that after this.
Did Did you know color is vital to your health? I'm not talking about the color of the walls in your house or your car or your clothes. I'm talking about the color of the food you eat. A colorful diet is a part of staying well because many nutrients are color. Eating a wide variety of fruits and vegetables provides your body with diverse chemistry it needs to heal itself and stay well. Color, taste, and smell keep you well, and that's what you get with Balance of Nature.
Start now by going to balanceofnature.com and don't forget to use discount code Newsmax.
Dad, which one's your favorite?
I'm gonna go with Josh.
Yes! I'm sorry, what? I was talking about the types of chicken.
Come on, you know I love all my chickens. He is a really sweet kid, though.
Did you just fist bump?
Did you serve, live with your